Good day, everybody. It is currently the 30th of December 2012, and today we're starting off in the southern hemisphere around you, Australia, because we have two tropical systems on the map today. We have Freda, which is lingering just south of the Solomon Islands. We put out a video update about 48 hours ago on this area and the likely development of it. It is following what the forecast intended for it to intensify into a rather strong cyclone. Very well, it's going to be pushing off here towards the south, bringing some heavy rain across New Caledonia. Meanwhile, on the other side of the continent here, we also have Mitchell, which is continuing to weaken out. We can actually see some of the showers pushing off across portions of Western Australia on this satellite picture. Even Perth, you're going to get into the action. We'll touch on that a little bit later on, but first, let's zoom in on Freda here, which actually developed an eye overnight here, going from your Saturday into your Sunday. Still has a very weak eye there. It's coming in and out, but really the main thing with this one, it is starting to get some dry air influence wrapping around it, and that's this coming the southwest here from that high pressure just off the east coast of Australia into the Coral Sea here, and that's wrapping that dry air, and that's what's really going to be keeping this storm system in check throughout the coming days, and really the saving grace for New Caledonia. But on the flip side, we still have lots of moisture influence coming in from the north. Vertical wind shear remain moderately low at this time, so really the big influence on this storm system staying in check is that dry air. But from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, they still expect it to intensify up to about 110, gusting to 135 knots, so a very strong storm system indeed. Pulling down here towards the south, Queensland and basically much of the east coast of Australia. I do not think this one's going to push off in your direction. We have this high pressure just dominating right here, and that is going to keep the storm system towards the east. New Caledonia, on the other hand, especially for those of you in Noumea, you're likely going to be seeing a very heavy rainmaker as this just slowly lingers down there towards the south. Not until the third or the fourth is it expected to make landfall. By then, it should have significantly weakened. Actually, on this point right in here, that's about 50, gusting up to 65 knots. So get the tropical storm intensity. The threshold's right about 65 knots for the cyclone intensity. And if we take a look at the various of the models here, all of them tracking down there towards the south, staying well east of you, Australia, but going just towards the left of New Caledonia, that would put you in the right front quadrant. And that would be somewhat bad, especially for the northern portions of the island here. You could be seeing a risk of some significant storm surge as that pushes off in your direction, plus the heavy rainfall, rough waves. Really at this time, as it's the monster storm that it is, you're going to be seeing some very destructive waves near the coastlines. You're going to have beach erosion, but also dangerous rip currents. And we take a look at the European model over the next several days and actually take a little bit closer of a look on exactly where this model picks up on the storm going. Actually, it has it intensifying going here through Sunday evening, just like the JTWC was pointing out on their forecasted track, pulling down here towards the south. But then, once again, see that drier influence working in on the storm system from that East Australian high, wrapping around it. Moisture inflow from the northeast. That's where you're going to be seeing the heaviest rainmaker, though, once again, is on the right front quadrant of the storm. Not so much because it is the right front quadrant, which is usually the worst part of the storm, but because of that counteracting force of the dry air coming in on the left. As it pulls down here towards the south, according to the Euro model, is going to gradually weaken out. And then we go into Thursday and Friday. This is when it starts to pull on New Caledonia. So once again, the risk of storm surge once it makes it to the island, it's going to be weakening out here, especially coastal areas, though you are going to see some beach erosion. People on holiday here for the New Year's, you're going to be wanting to stay away from the beaches. That is a definite, and it looks like it's going to be dampening your holiday. It's going to be rather wet, but do not expect a significant destructive storm like we saw with Evan that hit the Samoan Islands off there towards the north there in New Caledonia. Really, it should start to gradually dissipate by the time it makes this landfall there in New Caledonia. That is going to weaken out and push off there towards the south. Speaking of weakening out, on the other side of Australia here, we have Mitchell, which is now considered an ex-Cyclone Mitchell by the Bureau of Meteorology, pushing down here towards the south. You still could be seeing some rain showers off here towards the east, but the worst of this storm should remain off the coastline, but it is going to be some widespread cloud cover and some rain showers here as that continues to track down there towards the south. I know not very in-depth, but nothing too severe, but you are going to be wanting to have an umbrella with you as that system just continues to track across you there in Western Australia. But really quick, let's take a look back off here towards the north. And really a quick reminder for everybody that when we do not put out our daily video updates, you can also still check in on the satellite analysis here made by Mr. Adonis. It's absolutely awesome satellite updates. Really, we do have one storm pushing across Japan today. That's bringing some widespread cloud cover and rain showers in its wake on Monday and Tuesday. Expect some snow showers there. Philippines remaining rather quiet. A weak disturbance down there towards the south, but nothing too exciting going on here today. Wukong is just gone. There is one area way off here towards the north and towards the east. We want to keep a close eye on this one. Just a widespread area of convection at this time. But as we have seen in the last month, widespread area of convections around the Marshall Islands tend to cause problems for the Philippines about a week later. So let's keep a close eye on that one. We still have plenty of time to watch it, though. And that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them in the comment box below. Also, on these cyclones, check out our partners updates at 28 Cyclones and at Oz Cyclone Chasers. They are much more in-depth than mine, especially in the cyclones. We really specialize in the northwestern Pacific for typhoon updates, so you can always come back with us if you enjoy this update and where we're going with it. So thanks for watching, though. Stay safe out there, everybody. Have a great day.